right. I always like to be prepared, like when I go on the air, when I'm on there, but you know how life is. Life can be unpreparing at times. Even when you prepare, things happen. Before we get into the topic, the narrative, I'm going to talk about some things that agitated me, raise an eyebrow. I don't know. I don't like to say things get under my skin, but some things that do. My hours generally change when I go to the gym. I'll go late at night. When I mean late at night, gym's open till 11 o'clock. See during the week. Sometimes I go early in the morning. Anyway, see these same kind of people there, 9, 10 o'clock. And I describe these people. Loafers. I don't know, that word comes to my mind. Loafers. They're sitting there on their phone. They get there on a machine. They sit there on their phone. Watch a little television. Maybe do a set. Kind of light, of course. Back to the phone. Just looking around. Of course, they don't look like nothing. They don't. And I hate bragging, but I'm not saying I'm all, the greatest Mr. Olympia or anything like that. But why are you there? Why are you there? And I have a friend that I'm not. He's not that. Well, he's kind of like that, but not really. More. He's a borderline closer to. He says because when he has nothing to do, he's gonna go to the gym when he has nothing to do. It's just like, why even go there? If you're not gonna use the place, if you're not serious, why even be there? I don't know. There's a lot of gays that go there. They think maybe it's a better pickup place, maybe than a bar. Maybe they don't want to be around the drinking element. It could be a myriad of reasons. I don't know. I'm not gay. I sure as hell never met any women all my years of going to the gym. Close a couple times, but never got laid once. In all my decades. I'm sorry. Years? How about decades? Lemon ginger. So, let me, please bear with me. I want to get a little air in here. We shall return. Brief intermission. Try to do less, I was going to say 30-second commercials, but there are no sponsors. I'm the only sponsor. I'm the captain now. That guy that said that, in Captain Phillips, he's like a taxi driver, Ethiopian or something, and his ship came in. I'm the captain now. When he said that, it's like it could have been done more dramatically. I didn't say it, but still, it is the point of the line. That I'm the captain now. You guys snowballed that guy's career. From being a nothing to it's incredible. You never know when your ship could come in. Ha ha! I'm the captain now. Get it? Back to these idiots. So there's this other guy. He walks around the gym, this older guy, and he's singing obnoxiously loud. But we're all able to ignore him, so we're so used to it. And I heard him over talking as I was finishing my last thing before the gym closes. He goes, "I'm gonna be 70 years old in November, and there's nobody in shape like me, Like it's unheard of to see somebody that looks like this." And it's first off, you know, you could be. It's like saying you really are like incredible, in a place where there's nobody that looks like anything, it's there, but you are very delusional, my friend, if you think first off the guy don't look like nothing. Okay, he don't look like nothing. And he's like, I don't know if he's got dementia or something, something wrong with him. And he's there in the gym a lot. I see him there whenever he's always there. And that's all he does. He goes from various bicep machine to various bicep thing. That's all he does is do this a lot. And I mean, I would say, for his age, like he doesn't have any separation, like in his biceps to tries or something. He has some decent, I would say for his age, some decent type of mass for the size of the arm. But that's it, like there's no his body, it's nothing. Like I mean, he's got no back, no legs, no chest, nothing, no even forearm, nothing. Just like, and no peak in the buys either. Just the size around, like it's now again, if he's 69 years old, but he's very delusional if he thinks that he's the best built man on the planet for his age. He's out of his fucking mind. He's sadly he's beyond delusional, and that's what a lot of people are like. And I'm going to be honest with you, like it's very easy to think like you are really something when you're. Hopefully, it will return. Okay, I knew it'd come back. I was going to sing my Mr. Rogers neighborhood as I took off my jacket. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, won't you be? Won't you be? Won't you be my I mean, it's just such a. He was good, Fred Rogers. I liked him, but I tried to take off and put on the vest. This would be a funny character, please bear with me as I hang my jacket up. I won't be gone for 30 seconds, See, when you do shit live, But okay, so again, I'm not like, but it's like it's nothing, and like so the guy is warped and delusional, and he's like, and so I thought about this when I walked out the gym. He's like, I'm gonna be 70. Like they all brag about how those bigger numbers, how old I am, like it's a seniority thing. Like, and I think about that too. I kind of do the same thing sometimes. I'm gonna be 50 next year, not to the end of next year. So I'm 48. So I would say, oh, I'm almost 50, and then like when you get old, you wish you were young again. You want to go back. So it's a very warped ego kind of thing. Like you think because you're older, you sit higher on like the hierarchy of rank or something. Like in the military, you think you're a higher rank, but you're not. You're not. Like your age. There are many people that are older that are nothing, and there's people that are younger that are very intelligent and very successful. So you can't like judge people based on that. I mean, most people base your intelligence based on your wealth. You have money, which is kind of one of the most important things as far as survival, and people size you up that way. So it just depends. The social hierarchy, of everything, status and fame and all that shit. I know I say it's all that shit, but it's just the world, or our world in America, is the way that it is. Like you are compared, you are sized up, your status, who you are, what you know, what you've done, And it's like there's very few people that really, and I guess I don't know if it matters to everybody. I just know the way that I think. I watched a couple things on YouTube before I got on here. I was doing some homework, and I'll lead into the doctor thing in a second. But I was watching it, said, how did WWE get started? I watched that. I think it was a WrestlePod thing. Somebody uploaded it. Um, and then, I would say one more thing about the gym idiots. Let me and then I'll do the one. Then conclude with the gym idiots, the gym neophyte idiots, and then the wrestling thing, and then the doctor thing. I'm sorry, it's just I hate to leave shit behind, like that I didn't finish. Okay, so there's this other guy. Now I was doing variations of front squats, regular squats, and I saw this one fucking clown, this one young guy, and he stood there, like in between. There's a power cage where I am, like in the middle, kind of. He was on his phone. I shit you not. Like I started. It might not sound like a long time, but the gym closes at 11, and I started on that thing about 10:15. He stood there till about 10:30, till about 10:35. About 10:35, just stood there, just standing. And I'm sitting there going, like, and now in my mind, the way that I see it, if you're just, now he's on his phone, just kind of standing around doing nothing, you are a clown, man. I would be embarrassed to just be standing there not doing anything for that long of a time. Like, people should be looking at, like, what's wrong with you? Like, what the hell is, you're paying a gym membership and you're just standing here? And finally, what happened was he was able to get access to the power cage. Now, there was another Olympic, there's three similar. There's two Olympic stations which you could use for squatting, and then the power cage is the third. I was using one. Somebody else is using the power cage, and the other Olympic one is toward the front. And I remember when I came in, there was nobody there toward the last hour, so more than likely nobody was using it. Like you can pretty much get on anything before the gym closes. Anyway, this clown, he stood there for about 25 minutes and did nothing but look at his phone, stand there. I mean, he did. I mean, and I just couldn't. I was making sure he wasn't recording me. Like I always look for their positioning of their thing. If I see this, I'm coming. I'm going to come. You are going to get a visit from me, and it's not going to be a nice one. You don't record me in a private gym without my permission, son. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. And I've had this experience in older gyms and stuff, doing what I call questionable type exercises where, squatting where your ass is, like, hanging out or whatever, pushed out. And I don't know, like, these gays, you would figure somebody that'd be paying a gym membership would have better things to do than try to get a shot of you recording. I mean, you're never going to get me. You're out of your mind. I'm a straight guy. Like, what are you fucking, you're going to record my ass? Like, you're never going to get it. Like, you're out of your fucking mind. Just watch any gay porn or something, watch, it's stupid. You're being ridiculous, like, it's the dumbest fucking thing that somebody would waste their time, energy, paying a gym membership. I mean, that'd be like me paying for a gym membership and just walking around recording women. I can jack off to porn. I can watch it. It's the same. It's better. The video quality is better. I can see whatever I want. What would I record a woman in the gym, and you're never gonna get it? It's the dumbest thing. But there's dumb morons out there, and there's plenty of them in this area, in Los Angeles. I'll just say that. Wasting their lives instead of working to become the best version of themselves, physically, educationally, and financially. There you go. Hey, you build yourself into the best physical version of yourself, the best educational version of yourself, knowledge, and then the best financial version of yourself. You can go, you can pay, you can get whatever you want, just about. You know, kind of women I could fuck if I had real money. Come on, man. I mean, I know it's a brutal honesty, but you know, WJ is honest when it comes to this. Meanwhile, I would give it all up, you know, any kind of that nonsense if I could get, you know, a relationship or date with that one that I like at the wrestling school, you know, from San Diego. You know, she's so beautiful to me. She's so beautiful to me. I don't know. She probably thinks, well, I wear glasses and braces and break out. You know, I don't care. I don't care about any of that because when she stood there and she looked at me like, really, I never seen something so captivating to me. It was the most beautiful. I mean, I could spend the rest of my life with a woman like that. I could. I could. She has it. She has the serious demeanor like that I have, like when she trains. She's incredibly captivating, like beautiful, just statuesque, captive. Like to me, it's like just perfect, and she's like a beautiful soul. Like I watch what she does, and I mean, I would give anything to get a woman like that. I would, but it will never happen. As I talked in past episodes, you know, I already, and we'll at the end I'll conclude what I'm going to try to do on Wednesday, and it'll all be over. It'll all the dreaming will all come to an end probably Wednesday. I'll finish with that. I promise. Okay, so enough on the clowns. They're going to be there. They're going to waste their time, their life, not apparently not any energy working out, and that's on them. What a sad thing. What a sad thing to pay for a gym membership to go to a place and not use have all the tools there to build your body and they're just there to waste time. Their life to waste, not mine. Hey, and I got to go through losses. You know, like, look, I'm used to like working out all the time, eating good, and you know the gains slowly come. You know, like I was gaining weight, and then I go to this wrestling school, it throws me off my eating, so I can't train, I can't work out. And I'm not saying I lost a significant amount of muscle, but I could tell, like even from 185 to like 181, I'm still in the 180s, but like I could tell, like, but everything is a sacrifice, man. I could just hang around and workout thing and then not go after the wrestling business or anything like that, and probably make better gains, you know, bodybuilding and stuff. Where's it going to get me? What's it going to get me? Walking around thinking you're something? It's nothing. It's nothing. So you have to be able to give up something in order to get what you want. I mean, you know, if I ever, you know, I was going to talk more about that woman, but you know, no, at the end, I promise. Okay. The second thing. Okay. Oh, the wrestling business thing that I watched. I learned about how AEW got started. Cody Rhodes and you know, and the WWE how it got started, but it was a more historical thing with the WWE. And I heard about Jess McMahon, it's Vince Senior, Junior. Everybody knows the new Vince and Kenny McMahon, and you know, it's just like I don't know if I talked about it. Maybe I mentioned it. I got to be very careful because the school that I'm going to hang out there, I can make so many recommendations, but it's not my school. Now I looked up this Championship Pro Wrestling. It's like they film it, you know, all around L.A., Oxnard. I mean, the Commerce Casino. You know, they even have it. Ironic of all fucking places. But you know, I don't. It's not really a school. They put on so uh, events and stuff. But it'd be good to reach out to them, saying I have like, hey, I want to send you a video of me doing my manager character. You know, like I'm you know, I got these funny ideas, man. But it's not just that. Like I have a real passion for the that type of entertainment business. Um, I'm not harboring any delusions. I'm well aware of my age, and I watch these guys flipping around and doing that stuff, and I know I can't. That's not me. I kill myself. You know, I'll really could really fuck myself up. That doesn't mean that you got no place in the business. It's not just performers. ring announcers, commentators, so many other things. There's promoters. There's so many fucking people that set up, utility people. It's not a one man operation. So don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything in this because it's not true. I talk with this guy Freeze about this all the time. And this guy, like, I know he'll find, I mean, he's a little out there, but I mean, this guy like works his ass off as far as like moving stuff around and fixing stuff. He's a little machine, this guy. How can you not, like meet a guy like that that's so passionate about it? You're a fool if you wouldn't pay somebody that is that valuable. You're an idiot, like it's some people are indispensable. If you find the right people for something, you hold on to them. They'll give you everything, but you gotta fucking pay them. And that's one of the problems that I have. This is that one Mexican clown, that guy. Just performing in front of the crowd is enough. So, dude, you're a mark, man. You're a fucking mark. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. And I danced for free for some shows, but dude, I won $300 in a dance contest one time. I didn't jump off a fucking second floor. I didn't cut myself with a razor intentionally. You're talking about, the stuff that this guy, you cross the fucking line doing that shit, dude. Getting nothing. You're a fool. You are a fool. Thinking that somebody's going to see you in the crowd that's a talent scout for Ring of Honor or Impact or fucking whatever, AEW or WWE. It's never going to happen, man. I look at the way you're built. I look at the way you are. You ain't it. And I know you say, well, don't listen to nobody telling you that you can't make it. But you know what? I'm saying it for your own best interest. And I don't want to tell them, it's a very difficult thing. Because it's like, you mean well, but you don't want to like crush somebody. It's like, dude, let's say it kind of nicely. It's like, you think you're going about this the wrong way? Like, there's ways to hint in. Now, some people I can be more, straightforward to if they just say, give it to me. Or if he says, like, hey, just tell me, like, really open up and tell me what you feel. I think people, with Stallone used the term fragile egos. I said that a long time ago. I don't think people can handle the truth. Or, and I'm not, who am I to say? I'm telling you almost 48 years, like I've been around, not just a fan, but like a researcher and meeting these people that have been there, like seeing how the trend of how the business works, that, and that's the problem. I'm not there to look. I realized that with baseball. People told me, like, on my way out, like as I got older, it's not going to happen. They were right. They were right. I was able to get a little souvenir on the way out at 31 before it became ridiculous. I was very stubborn. But at 31, I knew it was over. I knew. And if you're like older than that, you're trying to be a pro wrestler with no experience or whatever, not making any money, you are just fooling yourself, dude. If you don't got, like, I went over, go listen to my past episodes. I already went over it. I told you what it takes to be calm. I went over the ratios, and then for women it's skewed. I went over it all, okay? Now let's talk about the road to doctor. Enough about the wrestling. Because I got schoolwork I got to do. If I go out to this stupid, this wrestling school on Wednesday, it takes away from my schoolwork I got to do. It throws me off from my eating. It throws me off from my training. But that's a sacrifice. And then I'll conclude. Should I talk about the woman thing and just get it out of me, so I can focus on the school thing I want to talk about? Yeah, we'll talk about the woman thing now. Fuck it, why save it for the end? And that leads into, this buildup of drama, buildup of your hopes and your dreams. And, you're only here for so long. And in your mind, you might have these huge dreams, and what happens with me, I already talked about, I used to go to this bar in the valley, 5 years ago. I stopped drinking over 3 years ago. Beer, just beer. I don't drink anything except tea. No alcohol. So, I had the hots for this manager, bartender, whatever. I saw her one time. I visually saw her, and I just melted. And usually, I have a good sense of, when I see I like, and then I get infatuated. I want it. I don't know if that word's right, but And then she hugged me and kissed me that one time when she got drunk. She gave me her number. It never happened. I already talked about go back and you can listen to whatever. So it doesn't matter. But here's the thing, like I felt like I kind of got that same thing going with this chick in the wrestling school. Let's say she's 20. She has to be. She's an adult for sure. She's in her early 20s. I size her up. I'll ask her. And that's the thing is I don't know enough about her, but I want to know. And I was gonna ask her if I see her there on Wednesday before the class starts, if I get there, catch her for a second and go, hey, after this is over, if you're kind of hungry, if you want to go get something to eat, like just really nice, And I think that's where the beginning of the end will come for me. Like, she'll just go, I can't, I'm tired after this. I'm seeing somebody, it will just blow up on itself. It'll, the reality that it's not going to happen will become solid evidence, like really it'll sink in for sure. Like the fantasy in my mind that this woman would like a guy like me and everything, it'll all come to an end. Now the thing is, I didn't wait a year and a half. Okay. So it was about a month. Maybe even less. Maybe I met her 3 weeks ago. 3 or 4 weeks ago. Okay, whatever, within a month or something. So I think that's the smartest thing to do. It's enough. Like, it's not really pressure, but it's enough to find, like, enough to see that she's not going to want to be with me. Gave her my card. She never called me, never texted me. My phone's not working. But she has my email. So it don't matter. Like, I'm just getting that dumb delusional fantasy in my mind with everything, thinking I could be something, thinking I could get a woman like that, thinking all these things, and they never happen. So I might as well just let it implode very quickly on me in a nice way, like just that's exactly what I think I should say. I should just go up to her, because you're kind of like lacing up her boots, whatever, like before she, they're getting ready to go in the ring. And I talk to her for a second sometimes, and I say, hey, like, I was going to ask you, I'd love to get to know you better, but outside this class, is there any way we can go get something to eat afterwards if you're hungry? Like, just blurt that out, get it out, and she'll say, no, I don't think so, or I'll think about it. It's not going to happen, and it'll be over. Like, I'll be able to leave there going, okay, if I ever show up at this place, it's because I'm really into learning this craft. It's not because I like this girl or anything like that. That's the reality. It's not going to happen. It's over. Like, I'll be able to just forget about it, because I hate hoping and dreaming. Doesn't that fucking suck? Doesn't that fucking really suck? You wait your whole life and you hope, like, and then out of the blue you meet somebody or see something that's like so incredible and it doesn't work. Wow. What a real Debbie Downer, what a fucking we're like this, man. You don't always get. That's how it is. But I think it's the best move. It's like, for example, like if I was fishing, and my friend goes, my friend Ruben, I trust him implicitly. He goes, oh, you're reeling it in slow. You're trying to do that. Well, you're playing the slow, which is the right way, he says. I don't guarantee you shit. I tried the same thing with that bar manager a year and a half, the slow thing. And then at the end, like, I went to her fucking work when she was working at a rehab place. Think about that. A woman that's a bartender working at a bar, and now she's working at a fucking place for, alcoholics rehab. This is a warped mind anyway. And so what I did, like what I'm thinking is, oh, I'm reeling, but there's a time for a real good pull, like to that fit. Like it's either gonna, it's coming in, or the line is gonna snap. And I've had that when I was a kid. I had a stingray on the line, and it snapped the line. It was gone. So I rather know, like, hey, either I'm gonna take a big turn on that thing. Either that fish is gonna come in. Fish. She's not a fish. You know what I mean? But I'm using an analogy of, of my, if you're a passionate fisherman, like your dream, or something. And this woman is like that to me. Like I just think she's incredible, And so I'm gonna go for a big pull in, like, and see if my dream comes true, And I don't think it is. I think it'll all come to an end nicely. And she said, well, I probably don't want to hurt this guy's feelings, but I'm not gonna go with him. So I'm, say I got somebody, where I can't, like it will just end. The reality will really hit me. She's gonna try to hit me, like, with the no, in a nice way, so it won't hurt my feelings. And that will probably be the end of and me going to the school anyway, because I'm starting to think that's the only reason I'm going there. Um, sort of. I mean, I don't know. Like I didn't go there to hope to meet a woman, but somebody like this really is, if something so incredible, like you meet somebody and they could steal your heart. They really could make you like an incredible, I mean, in a good way, like, give you a reason to inspire you as a person. Look, man, you could spend your whole life, and never find the right mate, and then you get lucky. You don't. I'm saying, like, I'm a man, like I'm a normal guy. Like, this is not abnormal thinking of what I'm thinking. But it's just never happened for me. It never happened for me. So it's better to, like, bring this out into the light and try in a nice way to ask her to go out with me or whatever, and it will just be over, and that'll be it. And that'll be it. It'll be all over. And life goes on. Remember, Stallone said it's how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's the Rocky bubble, or Rocky 16 said that. Anyway, now I feel better. I got that all out of me. See? And now I can talk a little bit about the slow schlep to being a doctor. Um, you know, most people think that, you go to one school and, you slog through years of the doctoral work to get to the dissertation. And, you get it, and finally, oh, you're a doctor after 8 years, 6 years, depending on what it is, PhD. In my case, it's ED, Doctor of Education. But, the thing is, I already talked about my misfortunes going to other colleges. Liberty University, Franklin University, not Trident University. My God, I'm doing okay at where I'm at, but wow, I mean, you're talking about a real bitch of a climb. Thank God I walked out with an EDS degree out of Liberty. And I knew at least I had the wherewithal after I got my master's. Pick something up along the way, because that doctor shit is going to be it's not, it's long in the sense that, the roadblocks can kill you. These doctoral chair people, they don't like you this, they don't like that. And that's fucked up. I mean, I've spent many hours researching doctoral completion program, and the same thing. It's the same thing, getting a chair, having a chair, not the one you're just sitting on, but the people at the side. And doing the dissertation, whatever. And it being good enough, you know. Doctoral completion programs, average, they take 2 years. 2 fucking years. Doctoral completion program, they want you to like already pass all your classes and be, you know, whatever, all ABD, all but dissertation. Pass your comp exams, school offers it. That's what happened with me. I didn't pass comp exams. I passed 1/3 of them and I failed. Didn't matter. So couldn't get that doctor candidate status. Could have went to other schools with, but even like I said, 2 fucking years. It's nonsense. In my, I'm sorry. In my opinion, that's nonsense. I mean, what I like about the school I'm going to, it's a 3-article dissertation. Some schools 5-article dissertation. Ridiculous thing. And it's really broken down in the 3 classes. I mean, I really, really like this school that I'm going to in this program. It's a grind as far as length, but I think I'm gonna, you know, stomach it out. I'll get through it. Graduate next July. Jesus. Imagine I started doctoral work when I was 44. I'm lucky to graduate at 49 with it. Wow. Jesus. But it's worth it. For me, anyway. You know, I go like look at the schools, and I see, you know, no matter, you know, an earned doctorate in anything, you know, and you get that fucking thing. It doesn't guarantee you'll be teaching at the school you want and the subject you want, or whatever. You know, of course not the subject you want, but it means you slog through it. He found a way. And that's really, really a long time. A lot of work for somebody that got his master's at 44. It only took me a year and a half to pick up my EBS degree. And a lot of that work it's all doctoral level, the stuff that I did for my EBS. So, you know, I got my EBS at 46. So you would think by now I'd have been done or long done already. But my roadblocks, I hate calling them stumbling blocks, but you know, those roadblocks through those 2 schools put me in the position, you know, where I'm at now. If I would have went to the school I'm at now after I got my master's, I'd have been long done. I didn't know. I thought the path was, you know, but you know, all this, if I didn't know bitching and stuff, at least I picked up that EBS degree. That was, you know, that gives me some solace and some peace of mind that it wasn't all a waste, you know, like, because I knew it too. I knew it. Like I said, you do all that work and you don't get that doctorate degree, then you got 0. You get that specialist, at least you got something. So if you're thinking about, you know, like getting the doctorate in education and you're brand new, I recommend, you know, like find out like through Liberty University, do that route that I did, you know, get that EDS degree and then finish it off. You know, now they take 50% of the work, so it's like just about all the work that you do for the specialist transfers in. A lot of schools, like NCU, North Central University, they have similar EDS to EDD. There's many programs. EDS, you get your specialist degree and then you transfer to doctor. So, I like that. I like that, stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. I hate that. But stepping stones, to pick up this degree and then make snowball into that one. That's good. So, it's just the grind and time and patience and work for this one. The way it's broken down though, the time they give you for each assignment, I like it. It's every 2 weeks you turn something in, but it's every 12 weeks one class. But it just seems like a long time. I mean, 6 classes doesn't seem a long time, but a year and a half to me is, especially as you get older. When you're 50 years old, and you're like, all right, well, I got to go to school for another year and a half. You're like, fuck, that's another year and a half out of my life. I got to dedicate toward this. You only get so much time. And I'm going to conclude with this. I'm going to conclude with the chick thing again. I know I talked about it, but I'm going to conclude with something that means something to me. And that's the reason that I'm gonna come in a little hard to ask her if we want to go get something to eat or something, because I am running out of time. I am running out. I'm not 20 years old anymore. If it's what I'm expecting is a nice no. It's better to know, and that way you can move on, than draw out a long delusional hope that thinking that perseverance and time going there for a year and a half or whatever will lead to a relationship. Maybe we're, it's just weird. It's a fucking weird thing that she like hugged me, came out, but maybe to someone it doesn't mean anything. But I will get to the bottom of it, like nicely. I will put the ball in her court again. I thought I did it with the card, but it has to be a little bit stronger, I think, to let her know, like, hey, I'd like to get to know you better. That's all it is. It's all really, it's not about me just trying to get laid. It's not. Because that can be done with any woman. That's nothing. But I really would like to get to know this person a lot better. Like, I really see like magic in her, But you have to get to know somebody. And we'll see if she gives me that chance. I don't think she will. I just never, and I'm not saying that to be pessimistic, and I'm not putting that out into the universe. It seems like it, but I'm not. I just feel that I'm the kind of guy that is so overmatched by everything out there. Like, there's just no way somebody like that's going to go for you. That's what I think. And we'll leave it at that. It doesn't sound positive, but it sounds like my reality, that I never had anything like that ever. Never. And it's okay. Listen, I'm sure people dream, poor people, they wish they could be millionaires. They dream of it. And it just doesn't happen for whatever reason. They're unable to tap into that part of their brain that unlocks the key to their financial success or something. I don't know. I just know I've never had, a woman that I just lit up. I never had it ever. Ever. It's always been, there's like a social conditioning thing that keeps it from happening for me. And I listen to guys like Johnny Burba. I listen to all these fucking guys saying, "Oh, it's you, it's not society." That's not true. That's not true. It's a social conditioning thing. That women, the guys that provide security. I live in a very adjacent to an affluent, very affluent area. The bar is very, very high here for me, and the trade-off is that I am not in the upper strata of guys that for whatever reason never became anything. I mean, dude, I can go look up into the Hollywood Hills and you can see the people that made it, whatever. However, who knows and who cares? It doesn't matter. What matters is you. What matters is me. And that's it. And the most important thing that matters is that you basically, you don't really tell this woman how you feel. If the miracle happens that she'll go out to eat with me, she won't. She won't. It won't matter. It won't matter. I'll never be able to. I will never be able to really open up the feelings thing, what I feel, because I guarantee you, she will let me down nicely. She's not one of those kind of people that, just will she'll say, I just can't. I'll think about one of those excuses of saying in a nice way no, and that will be it. It won't be able to. First, I'll never really get to know her. I'll never really get to say what I feel to her. It'll just disintegrate. It will be over there. And that's fine. But it's better to at least say you tried, and then move on with your life. Then I'll ask myself, hey, you go in this place, now just for her, or you go in there to try to learn their business and stuff. But at least for whatever happens afterwards, you'll be able to move on and not let this delusion in your. That's what happens. Step up and ask, and then it'll be done. If she goes out with me for something neat, man, I will do a full episode on it. I swear. It won't happen. And it won't happen because I'm putting it out in the universe. It just, dreams do not come true all the time. I'm very sorry to burst your bubble, but that's life. You don't always get the woman you're, attracted to. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't develop like magic like they make in the movies, okay? It doesn't work that way. I wish it did. It doesn't. I'm living proof it doesn't, okay? So stop fooling yourself. Stop watching these movies that warp your sense of reality. That the nice guy gets the beautiful woman in the end. That's all he is. It's such a great guy. He's gonna get. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't happen. Okay. The odd anomalies. People that are young. I'm old already. I never had a chance when I was young. I never made it successful. I never became anything. And women just size you up that way. Period. End of story. That's it. That's it. My friend Newman, he's got like a multi-million-dollar house, And yeah, Ward Junior, what do you got to offer? That's it. You got nothing to offer a woman. Don't matter if you're a nice guy. Don't fucking matter. Okay? Doesn't matter. Or else, if it was about being a good person, I have a line of women from here to San Diego. Line of women that would want to get to know me. If that was the case. It's not the case, my friend. It's not the case. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Wednesday going out to that school anyway. It shows dedication at least anyway. You know, I looked up, I'm learning about, the independent wrestling scene. The reality is set in though. I used to think I go to the gym thinking, wow, I got what it takes to be a pro wrestler. I'm in great shape. That don't matter. Don't fucking matter. Not one person in there. It's like don't fucking matter. You might think it matters. I have a friend. He's a good guy. He's comparable. Actually, his upper body is a little better than mine. Like, and he's like my age, and he thinks he's going to be in the UFC. Not with the no fight training, my friend. At your age, what the hell? You don't have decades. First off, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. It was no real fighting experience or nothing. You're gonna start at that age, and that's what it is. Living a delusional fantasy. I mean, I hate breaking that. The reality is, but that's it. Doesn't mean you can't like work within an organization. He doesn't. Well, it's. But being a player, like as being like one of the stars, fighters, no, no. Okay, that's the reality. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope I hope you learned something from my wastes of time, my failures as far as education. I talked about that. Talked about what I'm trying to do and get in involvement in the independent and the wrestling business. Don't go to the gym unless you're really going to work out. Leave your fucking phone at home or in your gym bag. Don't go there. Stop being like these clowns, man. And use the fucking shit. Get a good pump and get out there. Get out of that fucking place and get your recovery meals in and stuff like that. Stop being one of these morons that don't look like nothing. You're never going to look like nothing. If you act like everybody else, they don't look like nothing for a reason because they're fucking around in there. Kibitzing with each other. They're fucking wasting time. Don't go to the gym to waste time. Use that fucking place. And then the last, remember, been about the girl. Hope you came away with that too. Don't dream. Don't dream. Like the girl like that, you see her at work all the time, and you're waiting for that right moment. Don't wait too long. Don't. You got to do that real pull at one time, the real good crank on the, and find out. Find out. And you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's fine. Well, then I see her all the time. I feel like an idiot. Good. Good. I still plan on hopefully going to that wrestling school, even when she rejects me. But you know what? It shows you a real man. You try. Don't worry about anybody else if they're there and stuff like that. I was kind of concerned myself about that, but I'm really not. Because I could get kicked out of there at any moment, like I almost did the week before. Thank God, that's why I gave her my card because things, all shit can hit you. The peanut butter can hit the fan at any time. I've been around too long. I've seen this. That's why I'm going to try on Wednesday. I'm just going to say, I'll get in there somehow at the right time, and I'll say, hey, what are you doing afterwards? I'm just wondering. We'd like to go get something to eat. I'm kind of hungry. You want to meet up after? I'll throw it out nonchalantly. And that answer will just define that it's not going to happen. And that's it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not trying. I'm not okay with not trying. That I'm not okay with. The rejection is fine. The rejection's cool. The not trying. And that's what at that fucking bar. That was the dumb thing. You let it linger. There were times I talked with her outside with that one woman, and I just didn't step up. And it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. That's what's good. It's better to know. Get it? It's better for her to tell you no. Better to get that no than to delusionally dream about something that's never going to come to fruition. Trust me. Don't waste your valuable lifetime trying to be with the wrong person. If she doesn't want you, it's fine. But find out. Yeah. I've never had it. I never got it. And I'm still here, aren't I? So, you know, because I look at it like this. I'm going to keep getting better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep building my credit. I'm going to get my doctorate degree. I mean, you know, I'll have either my own business or working at a university. I'll make $100,000 a year. I'll get something good one day. I'll have, you see, the things I'm doing will go up, and that will attract something. I'll get something eventually. And that's the way it works, man. You're a provider, of course. If I get my own house in Vegas, you know, I'm teaching out there. You don't think I'm going to get a decent looking woman? So that's how it fucking works. That's the reality. That's not the movies, you know. The movie delusion is like, you don't need to be any, you don't need to earn anything. You just got to be a nice guy. You need to be, and you're going to get. That's bullshit, okay? That's the bullshit lie that Hollywood tries to sell you. The fantasy. The what's that dumb movie? I didn't even watch it. I saw a preview. Marry Me with Jennifer Lopez. The guy, the Owen Wilson with the sign. He's a nothing. You know, he marries the beautiful woman. What a bunch of bullshit. That's what Hollywood tries to sell you. The lotto. That the lotto. You're gonna get that gorgeous woman just by standing there. No. Okay? It doesn't work that way. Don't be fooled, my friends. Learn from somebody that's been around the Hollywood scene for half a century almost. Learn from him. I've seen it all, dude. I've been to every nightclub. I've been to everything. I never got nothing. I was a masterclass dancer. It didn't fucking matter. It didn't matter. I'm not Justin Timberlake. It doesn't matter. Okay? And better than him, you know. Doesn't matter at that time. It didn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's him. They see this status, money, and power. Okay, that get their pussy wet. You know. I think I don't know, but you know what? I can just tell you, I'm 48 years old, and I can count really on one hand how many women ever gave me. You know, nothing. Really, nothing. It's pathetic. It really is. You go through this whole life with this dream, like sad. Anyway, I'll go there next episode. Hope you got something off of this one. Keep trying to better yourself. That's all I can say. Don't go down the clown route that most people do. Never be nothing that way. WJ out. Warrior Junior side.